time, weather, and...
Hello and welcome to Driving with Todd. And I'm Todd. Hello everyone and welcome to Driving with Todd. We're going to do a comparison. The song we're going to listen to is called Evil Woman, Don't Play Your Games With Me. We're going to listen to the original version and a cover version that came out soon after the original. The original version is done by Crow. Crow is a band out of Minneapolis, Minnesota, and they formed in 1967. Their first single release was Evil Woman, and the band themselves wrote this song, at least three members of the band. It's written by David Wagner, who is the lead vocalist, guitarist Dick Wiegand, and the bass player Larry Wiegand. And the song was a big hit here in the United States. They released it in '69, and by January 1970, it peaked at number 19 on Billboard's HOT 100 singles chart. And I remember the song. I loved it. And I was a fan of Crow. I liked Crow a lot. They did fantastic songs. Great rock and roll band. Well, after they hit number 19 on Billboard's HOT 100 singles chart, there was another group that covered the song soon after. And that group is Black Sabbath. Now, Black Sabbath recorded it, released it as a single, but it didn't chart in the UK. It was not released as a single here in the United States. So in the United States, we didn't know that song existed. But Black Sabbath did release it on their first album, but in the UK. In the United States, the album was released about 6 months after it was released in the UK, and I believe it was June of 1970. But instead of having Evil Woman on the album, they replaced it with the B-side of the single Evil Woman, which was Wicked World. So here in the United States, we know the song Wicked World because it was on the first Black Sabbath album, but we've never heard Evil Woman by Black Sabbath. Not until probably the late 90s or the early 2000s was it released here in the US on compilation albums. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to listen to how Crow originally did the song, their great rock and roll style. I love Crow. And then how Black Sabbath took it and made it a little bit heavier. Just a little bit heavier. So here we go with Crow doing the original version, and we'll follow that up with Black Sabbath.
Here they are, Crow from Minneapolis with Evil Woman, Don't Play Your Games With Me on Flashback Favorites.
I see the look of evil in your eyes. You've been filling me up full of lies. Tomorrow will not change your shameful deed. You will bear someone else's fertile seed. Evil woman, don't play your games with me. Evil woman, don't play your games with me. Now I know.
Okay, stop it right here for a second. Great horn section in here. I love the horns on the song. I just think that really brings it out. They're not a horn-based band, but to have the horns in there, I just think that adds so much to the song. You got that driving bass, that boom, 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 boom type bass, boom, 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 boom. Love the bass guitar in this song. It is just great. And the keyboards are also prime in this song. You got the horns, you got that keyboard, you got that bouncy bass in there, you got the driving drum that keeps the rhythm of the song going, and then the lead vocalist. he's got such a cool voice. It's just kind of a like I really know what I'm talking about voice. I'm really singing this thing. I just love the voice of Crow. Just a dynamite band, a great rock and roll band. Like I said, everything they do is top notch, fun rock and roll. Let's keep on going.
Don't play your games with me. Now I know just what you're looking for. You want me to claim this child you bore, but I know that it was he, not me. And you know just how it's got to be. Evil woman, don't play your games with me. Evil woman, don't play your games with. Wickedness lies in your mercy.
Okay, just stop one more time. Love that instrumental break. I mean, this is like a five-piece band, right? And it's guitar, bass, keyboards, drum, and vocalist. And yet they throw this heavy brass in there. It's like you're listening to Chicago or Blood, Sweat, and Tears at the time. And that instrumental break really brings out the brass in the song. Just really love that. And then that wah-wah guitar comes in right before we go back into the vocals. Great instrumental break on this song. It just drives. It's just excellent. Let's keep on going.
Wickedness lies in your mercy lips. Your body moves just like the crack of a whip. Black out sleeve atop your satin bed. You so wish that you could see me dead. Evil woman, don't play your games with me. Evil woman, don't play your games with me. Evil woman, don't play your games with me.
Very nice. Very nice. Love that song. And I had forgotten what the label looked like on the record, but when they had it on the turntable of the record player, I remember that green label because I had Evil Woman, I had Cottage Cheese, I had King of Rock and Roll. Great singles by Crow. All are great singles by Crow. And I think I've done reactions to Cottage Cheese and King of Rock and Roll already. And so this will be my third with Crow. But love the song. I love the production of the song. I mean, the arrangement is so great with those horns and that bouncy bass in there. That bass is just so fantastic on this song. I think that's what I always loved about this song. I mean, the guitar work, you only have that one section right at the end of the instrumental break where the guitar shines a little bit with the wah pedal. But beyond that, it's the keyboard, the bass, and those horns. Just excellent backing track, and I love this guy's vocals. Just really dirty, deep down vocals on this song. And it's if you think about if you listen to the lyrics, it was a little bit touch and go for 1969. They're just kind of dark but sexual lyrics for 1969. Great song, love Crow. Let's move on. We're going to listen to Black Sabbath and how Black Sabbath interpreted this song and then recorded it and released it as a single. Okay, stop it right here for a minute. Lot different. I mean, it's got the same melody. The melody is right there. In fact, the melody starts out right away, pretty much like how Crow started theirs. But what was absent was the horn section. No horn section. It was like this was prior to overdubbing the horns. If this was the Crow version, this would be like prior to overdubbing the horns. The bass is excellent. It's got that bouncy bass in there again. I mean, it's great bass playing on here by Geezer Butler. Just fantastic. And then you don't have the keyboard. The keyboard's missing too. Instead, the guitar is taking over. Tony's guitar is leading the way in this thing instead of the keyboard. And then you got Bill Ward on drums, and he's keeping that constant beat and has a couple of great fills. And then, of course, you got Ozzy's voice. I mean, that is so different. His voice on this song is so different than what was on the Crow version. Just two different styles of vocalists, but Ozzy is great and he can sing anything. So let's keep on going, see where this goes. Okay, stop it right here. Instrumental break, great. No horns though. The horns are like totally removed, not in there. But Tony Iommi plays a great guitar solo, and I think that's what I really loved about that first Black Sabbath album. Because I remember I bought it based on the cover of the album, because the cover of the album was so cool with that witch in the house and stuff. And I never heard the band before. I mean, I never heard Black Sabbath before. They were a new group. And when I got it home and put it on, it was like, listen to that guitar playing. That is incredible. And this is riffing. He's riffing throughout this song on his guitar. Yet on the instrumental break, that's when he slams into a guitar solo. And that's what I really loved about that first album, is the wild guitar solos Tony had on that album. It was things that you never had ever heard before in your life. Fantastic stuff. Let's keep on going. Cool, very cool version of that song. And it's so different than the Crow version. I mean, the Crow version was like rock and roll. It was rock and roll, heavy brass, heavy keyboards, bouncy bass, great deep vocals. It's just a rock and roll song. Then Black Sabbath takes it here and they do their new style of music, heavy metal, something different. That riffing of the guitar, that heavy driving bass, the drumming, and then Ozzy's voice, so different from just about any other vocalist at the time. Because, like I said, when I heard the first Black Sabbath album, I'd never heard Evil Woman, but Wicked World, the B side, which was put on the U.S. album, was one of my favorite tracks on the album. It had great guitar work. Ozzy's voice was just so unique and different, and then he hits those high notes at the end of the verse, just so unique. And then the instrumental break with that wild guitar solo. It was something new, something you never heard before. And Evil Woman had all those pieces in it as the first single released by Black Sabbath. Great stuff. I hope you enjoyed this. Looking at both the Crow version and the Black Sabbath version. Both are great in their own way, but so different as well. Black Sabbath kind of made it their own song, while Crow did the original version. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, hit that like button. That'd be really appreciated. That's the old thumbs up button. If you have any comments about Crow or Black Sabbath doing Evil Woman, put in the comments below. That'd also be really appreciated. Now I'm going to take a link to both videos, put it into my description below. So if you want to watch them again without me stopping them, hit that link. They'll open up and play all the way through for you. I'm also going to put a link to the channels that uploaded both videos into my description below. You may want to check those channels out, see if they have anything else you might want to watch. Now, have you subscribed to Driving with Todd? If you haven't, why don't you do it right now? Just go below my video. I know you still have it open. Hit that subscribe button, and you'll be making me very happy. If you go over here, ring the bell, you'll get updates to my latest videos. Yeah, I thought about this a while back about Evil Woman, and it's like, yeah, I want to do that comparison because both versions are so cool. They both put a big smile on my face. I'm hoping they put a big smile on your face. And peace out, baby.